Well, welcome back everybody to Discussion America with me, Anthony Fiorinelli, your host. This week, I want to thank a good friend of mine and former colleague, Al Gort, for hosting me and my family up in his mountain lodge called Catskill Mountain Lodge up in the Catskills. Great place to bring your family, minutes away from Hunter Mountain, a short drive over to Saugerties, and also a short drive over to that little town that everybody had a blast in called Woodstock. And he's got a pool there. It's a nice place, big property, and it's fun all year long. Bring your family there. Nice place. Hiking up in Catskill State Park. A lot of fun. And I thank you, Al. Thank you for being a gracious host for a time that my family needed you. Well, but now it's time for the show. So, this week, a little busy this week. I want to start off the show talking about Senator Rand Paul. Now, Rand Paul, senator from Kentucky, had absolutely nothing to do with the events of 9/11 in New York City. Even though he should have something to do because he's an American and America was attacked. It wasn't New York was attacked. It was America was attacked, okay? And I'm sorry, but it seems like everybody else in America were very patriotic at the time, and they drove far and wide to come and help us. People from other countries came and helped America. So the thing is, how is it that people from other countries were willing to come down to New York and help us out? People from other states came to help New York, clean up, look for possible survivors. But Rand Paul finds it necessary to block the necessary funds that would ensure that the people now that are getting sick from the effects of 9/11 find it necessary to block those funds because he wants to know where the money's coming from. And he wants to cut taxes or cut funds from other areas to try to balance the budget in order to make it possible to extend this here the 70 or 80 years necessary to have it done. Well, let me tell you something. Nobody wonders where the money's going to come from when you guys okay a budget for the military or for your pet projects or for anything else. You find the money, don't you? You find the money. But because you wanted your face on TV and you wanted airtime, you decide to be a controversial thorn in our side. And you decided to cause a problem for the guys that are sick and people that are dying. People die every week from the effects of that. And you know something? We did our patriotic duty now, mind you. Our patriotic duty. We were asked by our president at the time, Bush, not to sue everybody involved with that mess, from the governor on down to the airlines, and including Mayor Giuliani, Christine Whitman, because they are the ones that told us that air was safe. And they lied, outright lied to us, because they had the reports. They know that there was toxins in the air, but they wanted that place cleaned up. They lied to us. Giuliani, you lied to us, buddy, didn't you? You lied to us. You lied to our faces. You piece of crap. You lied to us. You knew it was there. And you put all those men into harm's way. What you should have done was contract a mask company to make sure everybody working there had respirators. But no, you lied to us, man. and we're all sick, me included. You lied to every one of us. We should have sued New York City. We should have sued Giuliani. We should have sued Christine Whitman. We should have sued the FBI, most of all, because they knew those guys. They were on a watch list. They weren't keeping track of them the way they're supposed to. We should have sued the airlines for after all those years all the time in the 70s with hijacking after hijacking after hijacking. You would think that after a while that they would turn around and they would say, you know what? Maybe, just maybe, we should secure the cockpit door and make it where nobody can gain entry into that door. No matter what. No matter what, we should we should make it where nobody can gain entry into that door. And maybe there might not have been a 9/11. Who knows? But there are a lot of people at fault when it comes to 9/11. But President Bush asked us not to sue. He said, don't sue. Don't sue. We will take care of you medically, and we will compensate you for this. So, at a time when everybody in this country came together as one, as Americans, which we should be doing now, by the way, which we should be doing now as Americans, which we're not. We're fighting with each other. We're at each other's throats, and that should not be happening because we are one. We are Americans, and we're behaving like children, bickering all the time. I don't like you. You don't like me. I don't like you. You don't like me. That's stupid. That's ridiculous. We are Americans. That's how we're stronger. That's how we're the best. That's why everybody wanted to come here, because we are the best. But no, we're acting like children, like little babies. Grow up. Stop this here ridiculous stuff. But no, we did our patriotic duty. And what did we get for that? Here's what we got. Some bureaucrat turns around and figures out what a life is worth. And here's what a life is worth. The men and women that got sick and died of cancer, you know what their lives were worth? Their lives were worth $250,000. That's it. Do you know how much money they could have sued for individually? How much they could have got from the government, from the airlines, from Giuliani, Christine Todd Whitman, from the FBI, from the airlines? A lot more than $250,000. That's all their lives were worth. Forget about what I'm going to get out of this here. I got nothing. I don't care about that. I just wanted to keep going to the doctors and get paid the doctors for that. But that's what they're going to get. That's what they got. And that's what the people are getting now. That's what our government, and that's what the bureaucrats that were in charge of the fund figure that's what their lives are worth. And that's what Rand Paul is blocking. A measly $250,000 for a guy that's sick and dying of cancer. You ought to rot in hell. You ought to rot in hell. Piece of crap. I hope something happens in your state. And then look to us, with all our firefighters, our linemen, our police officers. Look to us for help. And I tell you what, I'm going to go down wherever they're going to be gathering to mobilize. I'm going to go down there with my cane, and I'm going to go down there with a bullhorn, and I'm going to remind them, where you going, Kentucky? You're going to go to Kentucky, to the state where that senator blocked the help that your brothers and your sisters needed? You're going to go help them? Shame on you. Let them go someplace else for help. New York, stand down. Screw them. That's what I'm going to go tell them. Well, in the description, you're going to have this telephone number for Rand Paul's office. And I ask you, everybody and anybody that is watching this video, I want you to call that office and tell them how you feel. How you really feel about him blocking the funds to extend this to 70, 80 years. Now, you know what that does, 70, 80 years? That ensures that by that time, every last one of us are dead. Dead. So then after that, they ain't got to worry anymore. We're done. We're toast. We're gone. Then you go back to life the way it is, the way it's going to be. And now we're going to talk a little bit about the way it's going to be. Now, last week or so, everybody's up in arms about Trump's tweets and statements with regard to the squad. I'm not even going to mention their names because they're not worth it. I'll just call them the squad. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the crazy ladies of The View. Hello, crazy ladies of The View. Who are they? Bunch of entertainers. That's all they are. Because they're entertainers, they're now the smartest people on TV that know everything. Self-promoters of self-importance. They're now political experts. They know everything Trump. They know everything political. They're the ones that know everything about everything, every subject. Stand down, you idiots. Yes, you idiots. I call you idiots. A bunch of coffee clutch hens. Go home, sit down around the table, have coffee. A little piece of cake. You too, whoopee. Bunch of idiots. All Trump haters, all men haters. They're all men haters. They hate men, period. They can't wait for a man to screw up so they can jump all over him. Every last one of them. Gets me sick. I hear that stuff on TV. Every once in a while, I actually make a mistake and I come across it. And I listen, I say, oh my God. President Trump is not a racist. What he is, he's like the rest of us that are fed up with people that come to this country and they talk nothing but smack about what they don't like about this country. But you know what? You never hear them say what they like about this country. Why? Why is it you never hear them say, I really love what this country has done for my family, the opportunities that this country afforded my family? Why is it that you never hear that? All you hear about, they done this to my people, they done that to my people, they done this to my people, they're bad, this government's bad for my people, we need to change it, we need free this, free that, free. No, you get enough free stuff. Work for something. Earn something. You don't have any, you don't deserve anything. There's nobody owes you anything. And he's right. If you don't like this country, go to hell back where your family came from. Even if you were born here, your family came here someplace. I don't care where your family comes from. It's not a racist statement. It's a factual statement. If you are that disgusted with this country, nobody's telling you to stay. Goes for anybody. Whether you are a Democrat, whether you're a Republican, whether you are a new immigrant, or whether you're a third generation, if you are unhappy with this country, if you're unhappy with the way things are going in this country, there is nothing, absolutely nothing, or no one holding you here. It's not like it is in China where they can't get out, or Russia at the time you can't get out. You want to go, go. We got enough people. We don't need you to stay here. I don't see these new immigrants signing up for the service. I don't see them rushing over to Afghanistan. I don't see them going to Iraq. I don't see them going anywhere to fight for this country, fight for the freedoms that they want so badly. But do they really want the freedom so badly that they bitch, moan, and groan that they want Sharia law? Then go back to the countries where they practice Sharia law. Get out of here. We don't want Sharia law. We don't want socialism either. Get off of that kick. We don't want socialism here. There's going to be a big problem in this country if they continue to push that socialism agenda. It's going to be a big problem because there's a lot of us that don't want that. So you guys be careful of that, Bernie. Be careful of that. True Americans don't want that socialist stuff. You guys push that on our kids from an early age, and they're confused about that. True Americans don't want that socialism garbage. I don't want to wait online for a roll of toilet paper. I know a lot of guys don't want to wait online for a roll of toilet paper. We want competition in our businesses. That keeps the prices. That keeps everything going. That keeps it healthy. That's not racist what Donald Trump said about them. It just so happens that they are women of color. It wouldn't matter if they were women of color or not. It could have been white Jewish women for all I care. It could have been Irish women. It could have been Polish women. It could have been Italian women. I don't care. If you are constantly slamming this country, putting us down, I'm going to tell you the same damn thing. Go back to where you came from. Don't want you here. End of story. You got nerve saying you're going to impeach the mother effer. And then he says, go back to where you came from. And now you go back to where you came from. Look what you said about him. And you got nerve to complain? Please. Goes both ways here. Goes both ways. You got nerve here. What do you think this is about? You think you can get away with what you say, and then somebody says something about you, you could cry and have everybody jump on your side? And nobody on your side. Most people I talk to, and I talk to all people. I don't just target Trump supporters here, because it's not all about that. And I'm the first one to say, if Trump screws up, I'm on him. I'll get on him as much as I get on anybody else. I'll tell it right now, and I'll say it again. I've said this before. Do I like how he delivers his message most of the time? No. Do I like what he's doing for this country? Yes. Is he doing his job? Yes. Do I like how he's doing his job? Most of the time, no. But he's getting the job done. He's doing the job he was hired for. Period. He's doing more than any president, any elected official I've seen do in my adult life. Period. Show me what he's doing wrong for the country. Why? And how he's doing it? I don't care how he's doing it, as long as he gets it done. That's the bottom line, getting it done. Somebody threatens America. Somebody brings harm to Americans. Get it done. He's got the balls to stand up. Not cross this line in the sand. Don't do that. Don't cross this line in the sand. Oh, don't do that. Oh, okay. Don't cross this line in the sand. Screw you. Cross this line in the sand, I put a bullet in your head. Done. There's got to be a degree of fear. They think the man's crazy. He might be. That's why there's a lot of stuff they ain't doing. Iran's going to push the envelope a little too far. And they'll pay the price for it. Do we want war? No, we do not want war. He don't want war. I don't want war. I know most of the people I know don't want war. But do we want a foreign country dictating to us what we will and will not do? Hell no. You can blame all of that crap on good old Obama, giving them all that money which they can use to attack us with. giving them the pathway to nuclear weapons. That's Obama. That's his administration, people. That's not Trump. That's Obama and his weak administration. Come on. Let's be real about this now. So, as far as Trump being a racist, he's not. Does he say things half-cocked? Yes, he does. Is he pissed off at those women? Yes, he is, and I'd be too, because all they do is constantly slam the American people, the American country, our beliefs, our way of life. I would like to see our kids recite the Pledge of Allegiance every day like we used to when I was a kid. Before we started the day, we had to pledge allegiance to the flag. Why isn't that done? What's the harm in that? Why, it offends foreigners that are going to school? Screw you. Get out of school. Go back to your country. That's right. Get out. They don't like the phrase, "In God we trust." Get out. Care if you're an atheist. Go send your kid to private school that doesn't say that. Done. Pay for the school. But as far as a public school, in God we trust. This is a Christian nation, people. This is in God we trust, on our money. In our courts, in God we trust. Wake up. We have to stop changing that. Don't change what our forefathers did. Don't change what our forefathers set up because we offend people. Screw you. I don't care if I offend you. I don't care if I offend you one bit. That's my First Amendment right to offend you. And it's your right to walk away. How do you like that? Remember that phrase you were taught when you were a kid? Sticks and stones will hurt your bones. Words will never hurt you. If my words hurt you, please, go hide under the covers. You're lucky I'm not hitting you with my fist. That'll hurt you. Oh, that would hurt you. My words ain't gonna hurt you. My words might make you think. You need to think. Use your brain. I know they're not teaching you in school to use your brain. They're teaching you to become robots. They're teaching you to take orders. That's what they're teaching you in school. They're not teaching you to think. That's why we got problems with these kids. That's why we got problems with these college kids. They're so easily manipulated. We'll talk about that another day. That and Antifa. We'll talk about them. We'll talk about them soon. They got to get what's coming to them, people. But Trump is not a racist. The statements that he makes, a true American. You don't like my country, go. You don't like what I'm saying, too bad, so sad. Walk away. Leave. Well, that's what I wanted to cover. I wanted to cover Rand Paul and that idiot. You know, I don't wish any ill on the people of Kentucky. But God help if anything happens to you guys, because New York's not going to come to you. I'm going to do my best to make sure that happens, because of what he did. And if you people in Kentucky, if you're watching this, make that phone call. Get on his case. He's not your friend, because the last thing you want is a state like New York, New Jersey, Connecticut as your enemy. You need people like us, because we got balls. We got balls to come and help you if you need. Not like your senator. He should have stood up. They should have had a vote on that. It should have already been passed, and it should have already been signed by the president. Well, in any case, it's Anthony Fiorinelli from Discussion America. I I love you all, man. I truly do. I love you all as Americans. You all my brothers. We are all Americans. I would die for you people. That's what Americans do. We don't do that. We don't do that as a whole anymore. We're Americans. We need to stand together. God bless you all. Anthony Fiorinelli from Discussion America. I'll see you next week. Bye. Have a good one.